Yes, false start on the Vipers. Another 5 yards brings that to the 30, to the 29. As it is now 3rd and 30 to go. Whew. I'm just going to call it 30 yards. It looks about 30 yards.
And they're on their own 30. So
And
30s are wild here, Suff.
No, that doesn't work here. Only in baseball.
Oh, give me a break.
No, because we just passed the 35-minute mark. It would be 30s wild if we had a third 30,
Yeah,
but we don't.
well.
Noel in the backfield alone. Takes the snap. Is going to run. He's got open field. Here he comes. And the ball comes out. And it rolls to about the 40-yard line.
The action almost spewed right in front of us here.
I was getting ready to brace myself.
You were protecting our camera guy here.
Yes, I was getting ready to brace myself and brace our camera for a possible
and I was going to run behind
bounds.
everybody and pretend that I wasn't even involved.
Right, because
I'm that manly.
I'm supposed to take the brunt of the hit for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So here, what would happen was I would have stood right over here behind you. And then, if anything, I could catch Brian if he fell backwards. It'd be like a trust game.
Hey, mud on me.
You know.
Wow. Either way, a turnover on downs for...
I had to play it out there.
I know you did. Turnover on downs for...
Don't worry, Brian. If this
Vipers,
was the trust fall, I'd catch you. Give me the stink eye look.
As O'Rourke leads the Venom offense back onto the field.
It's getting a lot cooler
Shane
out
Voigt
here now.
and Drew Jones lead the defense onto the field for the Vipers. Let's see what happens here. As O'Rourke goes under center with a back, throws it out wide to Conkian,
a screen
and
pass.
he is met, taken down immediately for a gain of 0 yards. 2nd and 10.
Good read there by the Vipers secondary to crunch in on that one. So we have 33-20 to go in the second half.
It looks like they gave him a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 here for the Venom. Interesting to see in every game so far that I've called for the Vipers, I have not seen a quarterback go under center like O'Rourke is. It's all
I've seen
been
a couple
much,
I formations before. Mostly we just see shotgun or wildcat plays.
and he's got Jackson in the backfield under center. Hands it off, or pitches it to Jackson. He is met by Drew Jones, but
you got to finish your tackles. You have to finish your tackles.
It's a little wet out here. Jackson was able to shred the tackle.
You got to give the bear hug in these conditions. Pushing him and just giving him a little tug is not going to get these players down, especially in these conditions. When runners are going to be out there, running backs in particular, they're going to try to make sure, especially now, that they have their feet planted and secure. They have the square positioning of balance on the field.
It's slippery out, and that's what you saw out of Drew Jones
there.
there.
We're standing on some grass right now, on the same kind of grass that the players are slipping on. And, Danny from Greece here, Steve Suff, is busting out the moves here to demonstrate. Foot loose.
Pretty much. O'Rourke takes the snap, throws it over the middle for Conkian. He is brought down.
That's great coverage there by Kyle Januski, the safety.
Kyle Jankuski.
Jankuski, excuse me.
Jankuski. I don't know.
Jen K. The safety out of Elk
Kyle
Grove.
J.
Kyle J. KJ.
KJ.
Safety out of Elk Grove with some great coverage there down the field in the secondary.
As we have another stalemate of defense. The ball turned over just under 31:30 to go here in the first half. Ball is coming all the way back to the Viper 30-yard line.
So the Vipers once again have another opportunity to add on to their 14-point lead. Or the Venom.
Venom 29-yard line.
Venom 29-yard line. There you go. We'll get those yards sorted out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's graduating next week. You can actually watch the graduation of June Days 2013 live on banner.com/livestream. So go ahead and watch Steve Suff get a diploma, along with Ted Merchant, another fellow Sportstown host, Wyatt Reed,
Ashley Wilkie.
Who else am I missing?
Tyler Lugo. Adrian Guzman. Robert Mercado. Ira Potter.
There we go. That was one I was missing. I knew I was missing another one.
Stan White to the left of Rivera. Wide left, excuse me, as you've got Jamie Wyatt off the left hip, Eli Williams off the right hip, and then you've got, I believe that's Jalen Harrison, wide right. Handoff to Williams, and he is met immediately.
Couple helmets are flying off, too.
Helmets were definitely flying off there, yes.
So that will actually be a loss of about 3 yards there. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 now with just less than a half hour to finish this game up.
You would be absolutely correct there, my friend.
That's a first.
So again, White off to the left, out wide left, Wyatt to the left hip, Eli to the left, or to the right hip, excuse me, and you've got Harrison out wide right. So twin backfield in the shotgun for Rivera as he takes the snap, a low snap, fake the handoff.
Like a
on the
read option there.
A little bit of a read option
Oh.
as Rivera takes.
Took a hit from behind and in front of him. Kind of like sandwiched up, a Venom sandwich.
Ran to the right, and it's a gain of literally a half a yard.
Yep, and it was a Venom sandwich, Rivera in the middle, and if you're a Vipers fan, that didn't taste good.
No, it did not. 3rd down and about 12 to go for the Vipers. Jay coming on the field, giving his guys a little pep talk.
That's Jay, the motivational leader, one of the motivational leaders.
Backbone of this team.
The heart and soul, if you will, too. And he'll speak his mind whenever.
I just saw a flash
and we
of
just saw
lightning,
a flash of light there.
Although that was
and Rivera was confused by that. He thought for sure that the officials were going to signal something. And
Rivera is upset clearly as he walks off the field because it looks like
a flash of lightning down waywards east of us.
It was not a flash of lightning. What it was a firework.
A firework going
off.
off.
Of light and a firework.
Well,
went off.
To me, it looked like lightning. And
it did look
it would
like
not be surprising in these conditions.
I thought so too, but when I heard the immediate reaction,
that's a firework.
It was a firework.
As always, when you see lightning, it's always 10 seconds till you hear thunder.
So
mostly.
On the botch snap, Jamie Wyatt comes up with the football for the Vipers.
What an odd turn there for the Vipers.
Huge odd turn.
You can't script that one. You really
can't. No, you can't, but that was on 3rd down, so 4th down and a turnover on downs as the Venom take over, Kevin O'Rourke, leading his offense onto the field.
They say you can't get distracted by anything off the field. Well, that just happened to Noel Rivera with a firework.
Unbelievable.
To my thought, I thought it was a bolt of lightning, to be honest.
At first, that's what I thought, too, but then again, like I said, as soon as I heard the immediate reaction.
Who's pulling off fireworks now? It's not 4th of July. We got a couple weeks.
Makes no sense. O'Rourke is under center. Hands the ball off to Stefan Jackson. He sheds a few tackles. Or no, not Stefan Jackson. That is, give me 1 second here, as that is.
1 second's up.
Morrell Barnes-Rogers.
Hey, ooh, nice timing.
On the carry there for the Venom. Shed a few tackles. Gain of 5. As it is now 2nd and 5 with just under 27 minutes to play. O'Rourke is now in the shotgun with Barnes-Rogers on his left hip. Conkian coming in motion, goes up the center and stick out to the right. O'Rourke is running around and falls.
You see the grass. You can see the grass flying up as he was slipping.
Jamie Wyatt of the Vipers will be credited with that tackle, as it was not a sack. O'Rourke gained a few yards on that.
It's going to be 3rd and about 1 yard to go here.
3rd and very short to go for the Venom. Conditions are definitely playing a role here in the second half. It's a good thing that the Vipers have the 14-point lead that they do. Let's see if the Venom figure out a way to climb into this game.
And this is the last road game as well for the Vipers. And
Barnes-Rogers is taken down off the
Drew
handoff.
Jones.
Drew Jones comes in and blows up that play.
It's a gain of nothing.
Stop for the Vipers defense.
Drew Jones showing up in the big moments the last 3 weeks for the Vipers when they need him to be out there. And it looks like the Venom are going to take it here and go for it on 4th down, as it's now 4th down and about 2.5, 3 yards to go.
The two most likely scenarios that I'm expecting to see here is a drawing of the Viper defenders offsides with a hard count, or a designed run for O'Rourke up the middle. Look for either of those two things to happen as Drew Jones gets ready to do it.
And
Barnes-Rogers cuts the corner and gets the first down for the Venom. Fresh set of downs as he crosses the first down mark.
As it looks like we
have
have an injured Viper. It looks like that is
Kyle Jankowski on the ground for the Vipers. Not good.
Looks like he couldn't stand up right away. He's sitting up talking.
And here comes Jay to make sure his teammate is doing all right.
Looks like he's stretching out his right leg. Could be a cramp.
And he gets up right away.
He's going to stay out there too. Or I believe they're going to take him out for a play, just to make sure he's okay.
Yes.
So we might be seeing some more cramps come into play here. We saw that last week, but last week it was a lot hotter last week too, though.
Cramps happen usually when it's really hot or it's colder than you expect. Either way.
Maybe. Well, it is a little cooler than we expected it here tonight. I believe we're in the low 60s right now. It is a little chilly in the air because I'm wearing summer clothes right now. But nonetheless, it is a little chilly here on a summer night with the misty fog that is upon us here at the Grays Lake Aquatic Center football field.
39-yard line from the shotgun. A fake.
Oh, what a great pump fake, too.
Jackson just cannot
come
up with the ball.
That is the fifth. That is the 5th pass that should have been caught today for the Venom on that kind of play. Just took their eyes off the football.
A little swing pass, a little screen pass, bubble screen, whatever you want to call it, that just goes right through the hands.
You got to catch that.
2nd down and 10 from the 41-yard line, excuse me.
I don't care what kind of weather it is. There's no excuses. You got to make that catch.
That you do. 2nd down from the shotgun. O'Rourke is scrambling right, throws it, and another dropped pass.
That's number 6. Now that was a little bit behind the receiver there.
Well, Voigt, you also have to. I'm gonna assume that Agent 11 heard footsteps, and those footsteps were Shane Voigt coming.
Kevin Heerdigan was the receiver intended there for the Venom.
So it is now 3rd down and 10 for the Venom as O'Rourke stays in the shotgun. My headphone. And O'Rourke goes over the middle, incomplete, and you've got 2 flags being thrown.
We got laundry everywhere.
And it was a pass interference. You confused me when you turned off your mic there for a sec.
I had to have a cough. Sorry.
No worries.
Don't be scared. Feel great now, though, just in case anybody was wondering.
Good.
I feel great. Feel alive.
I'm ready to go for the rest of this 22 minutes and 39 seconds.
Exactly. Oh, no.
Funny guy. He thinks he's funny, and that's Ryan Fahey.
There you go.
Catch him.
Exactly.
Catch him.
Exactly.
Catch him on this very station, sportstownchicago.com, every Tuesday with Sarah.
Yep.
On the board with Ryan and Sarah from 10 to noon.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Thursdays, the granddaddy of them all, he is partnered with the one, the only Paul Shavari for the
we have a hell of a show together. We really do.
I know you guys do.
It is a fun time working with Paul.
Tipped ball. They are picking up the
It's going to be a holding against the Venom.
Holding
and
against
the Venom sideline is not happy. And same with the fans. They're not happy with that call.
O'Rourke is getting the explanation right now. The Venom are visibly upset with that call. And some fans are getting a little
hostile as well
over that call. Guys on the Venom sideline are
Not happy,
that
to say the least.
it seems like the refs are listening to Jay.
Well, when Jay speaks to me, I listen.
Jay speaks to me, I listen. Jay speaks to the refs. Looks like they're listening.
When I speak, nobody listens. As we seem to be having a confusion of where the ball is going to be placed. And also, it looks like a personnel issue as well. And it looks like
Jay is on the field.
He is
looking for an explanation.
He is storming. He was storming with the officials. He was going off the field. So now we're going to get play back underway. The ball is going to be right at almost midfield at about the Venom 47-yard line.
48-yard line. It is third and what looks to be about 25 yards.
A country mile.
Actually, third and about 22 for the Venom.
Still feel like a country mile, as the mist is now starting to pick up a little bit again. It's blowing
Clock
eastward.
has not started yet.
So we have 22:39 to go here in the second half. 14-0 still. Your Chicago Vipers have the lead. Looking to go 6-1 on the year.
I take that back.
We're going to move it up to the...
Moving it up to the...
Well, they're in Viper territory now. They're going to put it right at the... Looks like right at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, the 37-yard line. It was a whole... The ball was tipped. Defensive interference goes away. So
there we go.
So the Vipers decline the penalty of holding, which is why the ball is now being placed.
And that's how we get to the fourth down as well.
And it's now
they
fourth
wanted
down
to take
as well.
the extra down. So we want to thank the officials for actually coming to us to get the explanation.
Much appreciated by the officials for them coming over and explaining it to us. Because
that's never happened.
It was a tip ball. They picked up the flag for pass interference. So
they had it all the way back in Venom territory at first.
Because that's what would have been the pass interference. But
since the Vipers declined it.
Well, actually, no. It would have been on the Vipers. They picked it up. The holding penalty is what brought them back.
All the way to the 48.
But the Vipers declined it and chose for the loss of down. Or not the loss of down.
It's going to be
now 3rd and 5.
I believe they wanted to take the down.
Oh, my Lord.
There was a lot of confusion on
22:39 left to go here.
The four referees are convening right now too. So it's fourth down now.
Now it is fourth down.
So okay, so there we go with the loss of the down that we were referring to earlier. We didn't know what happened to that down.
And it's looking
and
like
now they're going to bring it
10.
It's going to be now at the Vipers 42-yard line. So it's okay, so now and the Venom staying out there right now for going for it.
3rd and 10. Venom going for it. O'Rourke takes the snap. Silsby tries to get him. O'Rourke throws deep.
No flag.
No flag as
and that was, and they're going to say the Venom sideline wants Joey Bruskis for defensive pass interference.
Joey Brutskis had his hands up. They weren't playing his song, but he had the ball batted off of his hand, and the Venom sideline is going ballistic right now.
Unable to see from our call, from our vantage point, as that was across the field on the far side.
What it looked like to me was Brutskis had his hands up, and the ball went off of his arm. They were looking for a pass interference.
I think they were looking for They were looking for the contact. I think before the pass was, for the ball was close to both of them.
And to me, over here again, we have a very.
It's a small viewpoint of where we had.
Small viewpoint, and to me, it looked like it was not pass interference. It looks like there was no contact to me. But then again, I'm not playing, and I wasn't right there. So
we'll have to go with what we were given.
Either way. Vipers are now back on offense after the turnover on downs. Twin backfield. Eli Williams with the handoff. He is met immediately. This Viper defense is getting, or this Venom defense, is very much jacked up.
Trevor Lesnar was on the tackle there, given the loss of yardage there off the run from Eli. We now have
that play up for the Venom defense.
We now have 20:55 to go and counting in the second half.
And it is now 2nd down and about 15 to go for this Viper offense led by Noel Rivera. You got Jalen Harrison out left.
This is really
Stan White and Frank Wattis. Well, Stan White is out wide right. Frank Wattis is off the right hip, and Eli Williams is off the left hip of Rivera in the shotgun, twin backfield. Rivera takes a snap, hands it off, or doesn't hand it off. It's a little swing pass as Wattis finds some open ground and makes it up to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a little further. There's a flag on the field. 20:10 left to go here. As we had illegal block in the back on the Vipers. The ball is coming back.
You know, this is truly, this field, what we're seeing, the misty fog. You can see the lights have a bit of a haze in the stadium lights. This is a Friday Night Lights scene.
Well, it is
right
Friday,
here.
and we're
it
under
is
the
Friday
lights.
night.
This is Friday Night Lights.
This is high school football.
It's not high school football.
But
it's semi-pro gridiron
this is
football.
this is something you would see out of the show Friday Night Lights or the movie Friday Night Lights. This is that kind of scene.
And it's even got that kind of feel to it as well.
It does. A little cool out, little, you know, we have that gusty wind at times. Seems to have calmed down a bit here in the second half, but we still have that misty fog rain here with us tonight.
That we do. Once again, twin backfield out of the shotgun. Jalen out left, Stan White out right, Wattis off the right hip, Eli off the left hip of Rivera, who is adjusting, gets ready, takes his snap, fakes the handoff, and he's running with a pitch to
Nice
Wattis,
pitch.
who gets up to the original line of scrimmage for what is now 4th and 10.
And they would think that
And Frank Wattis is jawing at the sideline a little bit. Actually, excuse me, it is 3rd down. 3rd down and about 10 to go. They brought it back to the original line of scrimmage. Same formation as the past 3 plays to open this drive for the Vipers. Noel out of the shotgun with the twin backfield and the one on either side. A designed quarterback run as Rivera blows it up the middle, gets close to a 1st down. And it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
it's going to be about 4th and 3. Or not
4th
even.
And, 4th and like half a yard.
We have a
Timeout on the field.
We have a timeout on the field. So
it
the
is
clock
now
will continue to run, or they are going to.
what looked like a timeout, but it is now 17:30 left to go. There is
As they now stop the clock, it's 17:24.
24.
So while we get the confusion of the clock all messed up, they are going to. Oh, listen to the
they are
measure.
doing
That's
an
why they.
official
Okay, so
measurement.
that
That's
was
what they're
why.
doing.
And it was going to be close. No wonder why we weren't sure about where the yards was.
And it's
that is now
looking like they're going to be short by about a half a yard at first glance. Wow.
way more than a yard. That's
2 yards,
It's about
3 yards.
3 yards. Yeah. Ooh.
Unreal.
A little bit of a risk. I don't know what Jay's squad was thinking. If that was not there by about a half a yard, I did not see the need for a measurement. Maybe they were looking for forward progress there, or maybe for an extra generous yard or two, but they're
Either
not
way, the
getting
offense is staying on the field, and the Venom are looking for some fan interaction.
And the sideline for the Venom to get rowdy too, so
We'll see if that happens, as we have the exact same formation that they've had to start
and
out.
we're going to have the clock at 17:39 right now.
17:40.
17:40.
And the clock starts again
There
at
we go.
17:40. Same formation, Stan White out right, Jalen Harrison out left, Eli Williams off the left hip, Frank Wattis off the right hip for Noel Rivera in the shotgun with the twin backfield.
Rivera kind of doing a. Kind
Rivera's
of taking his
just
time here.
Taking his time.
Again, can you blame him?
Cannot.
He has the play clock at 10 seconds, so gets the signal, and they'll get ready in just a matter of seconds. And looks like we're going to have a timeout.
16:59 left to go as the Vipers take a timeout.
Where?
On the field.
Oh. If you've been to a game at Soldier Field, you understand what that means.
Yes.
No, if only we had a Jumbotron here, if we could have the muscle gun show. You know how they do that at Soldier Field at the Jumbotron where they have the time to show off your muscles?
Yep.
Remember, I don't know if you remember, I was at the game Bears-Panthers a couple years ago.
The one where they won on the
game-winning field goal? I was there for that.
My mom was one of the teachers that got honored on the Jumbotron.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I was at that game a couple years ago.
I nominated my mom for the Symetra Teacher of the Week with the Chicago Bears, and they wound up pulling my nomination for her. I said some really nice things about my mother.
Good for the family.
And
good for you and the family.
They did this big old, huge, drawn-out production at her
high
school.
That was the game. Okay, so then that was the game I was at.
Yeah.
It went into the final seconds.
Yep.
And there was this guy that came around with all these orange beets, and he had orange and blue beets. He goes, only rub the orange ones today. So we all rubbed the orange ones. Sure enough, and I was standing right behind the south end zone where Robbie kicked it. Came right towards us, kicked it, game winner.
Nice.
So a little timeout delay story.
Yeah, that was my. That's where my aunt and uncle's season tickets are as well.
Maybe I sat next to them for all I know.
Wow, small world, man.
Yeah, I might have sat next to them.
I've still got pictures and videos of pregame and
Maybe
stuff.
Maybe they'll find me in there.
Fourth down. As
I don't think he got
Eli looks like he did not possibly get it.
I don't think he did. That's close.
This might have gotten a yard.
This might be another one of those measurement issues we're going to have. We might have another measurement.
16:43 and counting.
Clock is still running. They have not set to stop the clock yet. So now they have asked to stop it.
They're asking to stop the clock. 16:35. We are getting a measurement on the field. Too close for them to call.
That's going to be close.
It's going to be really close to see if Eli Williams broke it loose enough for the first down.
This is going to be a close call.
Huge call right here.
From my vantage point, it didn't look as if he got it. But we're going to
didn't look like he got it either for me, but it's looking like he might have.
This is no, he did not.
No, he did not.
He didn't get it by a yard.
It's going to be by about half a yard.
That's a good yard.
That is a yard.
That's a good yard that he missed it by. Or is he going to get it?
It's a first down for the Vipers.
He had to have got that by a nose. The nose of the football must have just crossed over that line.
First down for the Vipers. Yeah. Huge play as clock resumes. It is now 16:30 left to go here in the second half, of play here at the Gridiron Football League matchup between the Chicago Vipers and the Lake County Venom. SportsTownChicago.com, home of your Chicago Vipers. Steve Suff alongside Ryan Fahey and our videographer Brian Sturm, who is behind me on a table.
Doing a tremendous job, as always does every week.
So the same formation that they've gone with this entire drive is the exact same formation that they bring out now. Rivera with a read option goes up the middle for about 5 or 6 yards.
And we got another injury on the field as right at the line of scrimmage, they will stop the clock.
Stop the clock at 15:47.
And might be, again, we talked about it earlier, cramps could be an issue. We've seen a couple players go down at first, and it was cramps that could easily walk it off and get off the field and get to be playing a couple plays later. And right away, it looks like
Agent 69. He's walking off under his own power, possibly cramps, as he has a little bit of a limp.
Walking off on his own power, which is a good thing to see.
Yes, it is. And the clock restarts, 15:40 left to go in this second half. I need to get that a little better. It's not the first half anymore. It's the second half.
No, that happened a little while ago. I think it did.
So the Vipers have it 2nd and 5. Again, the same formation. Eli and Wattis on the left and right hip of Noel, with Stan White and Jalen out wide left and right.
Nice pitch to Frank.
And Wattis takes the pass for an easy first down, but there's flags all over the field. Let's see what they call.
Flag, there was laundry everywhere. Looks like they're going to initial signals against the Vipers. And we're going to have an illegal formation against the Vipers.
Illegal formation against the Vipers. Noel is wondering what's going on, throwing his hands up.
You know, Jay on the silence is not going to be too pleased about that one.
I'm looking for Jay on the sideline. He is talking to a ref right now, just as I suspected.
I was going to say, is that a surprise?
So second down.
I wonder if he Facebook friends them after the game.
You gotta. It's possible.
It's a toss-up.
It's possible.
It's a toss-up.
It's possible.
I mean, they've won every single game since week 1, so you would think, yes, since week 1, I should say.
Yes. Which they lost to the Chicago Chaos.
Who they're going to rematch with next week, and we'll have that for you next week on SportsTownChicago.com. Kickoff for that one next week will be at 8 p.m. out in Melrose Park.
At Babe Serpico Memorial Field.
Steve Self will be graduating that night as well, so tune in.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to be a part of that.
Did you say fortunately or unfortunately?
Unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately, okay.
Same formation. Eli takes the handoff in
flag.
another. What is probably going to be another
that's coming
illegal
right.
formation.
It's either that or a false start, one of the two.
And
we are seeing
Eli gets on the carry.
Jalen Harrison is livid right now on the field
because
he is trying.
They think it's Jalen Harrison who is. Noel is livid as well as he's talking to
Frank Wattis. Frank Wattis is trying to calm him down. So
illegal formation on the Vipers. So back-to-back illegal formations on the Vipers. So that's 2 5-yard penalties for a total of 10 yards that have been lost. And you got Tommy Wattis running onto the field.
Tommy Wattis coming out giving a play.
Talking to his guys.
He's got his right arm in the sling.
Because his shoulder. 13:07 to go. 13:08, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, brother.
13, 16.
All right, we know Steve went to grade school.
No, I'm following the scoreboard. That's a little easier.
Our cameraman Brian Stern with great gestures about that.
Love you too, Brian. Thanks. Really appreciate it, man.
We like to have fun here on Sports on Chicago. If you haven't figured that out by now, then now you do. Listen to the great debate.
8 to 9:30 every Tuesday and Thursday morning.
That's
and
early.
Actually, this is going to be our last week.
You
as we graduate.
So you're done after? Oh,
unfortunately,
I'm gonna miss you, boys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss you, boys. It'll be weird seeing you guys not there in the morning when I get there to get ready for my 2 shows, respectively, Tuesday and Thursday. So it's great. It's funny how I was always on right after you guys.
All right, so Jalen is good on the left now. Finally, we will not have another illegal formation. Jalen to the left, Stan White to the right, and you got both Eli and Wattis on the left and right hip. Eli with the fake. They throw it to Wattis as he sheds a tackle and goes.
We got a flag there.
A flag on the play, but Wattis looked to get close to the first down.
And this might be coming back. This might be another penalty against the Vipers.
That would be 3 straight plays with a penalty for the Vipers.
Because once again, Jalen Harrison, the wide receiver, 6-foot wide receiver out of Chicago, Illinois, again, visibly frustrated, talking with Eli Williams in the huddle right now. And it's going to be a face mask against the
Venom.
Okay, so
it is a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So move those chains big time.
So the original line of scrimmage was the 47 of the Venom, as it is now in Venom territory, which is a good sign for this Vipers offense. Huge break as the 3 straight penalties, 2 for the Vipers.
And the big one against the Venom.
The big one for the Venom, yes. So it looks to be first down from about the 25-yard line. Same formation for the Vipers offense. Noel Rivera takes the snap, hands it off to Eli Williams, who runs it up the middle. and is met almost immediately after about a 3-yard run. So it'll be second and about 7 yards to go.
As we have 11:16 and counting to go here in the second half.
Once again, a 14-point lead. No points here in the second half for either team. All the damage done in the first half as the Vipers struck twice. They missed a 2-point opportunity on the second touchdown that they scored, which was on a 4th down play that Noel Rivera was directing traffic and made a huge play to Josh Hampton for that touchdown. They just could not complete the 2-point conversion, as that is how we have a 14-point game here. Noel doing another little sling pass out to Frank Wattis, who was off his left hip. Gain of about 5 yards on that play, as it is now 3rd down and what looks to be about 2 yards, So that was a gain of about 5 on that play for Frank Wattis. Seems like they're not going much to the guys on the outside, on either side.
Not necessarily. You know, we're seeing a lot more inset plays, if you will.
Almost between the tackles, either running it or passing it.
Yeah, they're staying within the hash marks, left hash marks, right hash marks. Maybe that's just the game plan that wanted to be implemented in today's action. I don't know. But, yeah, good point out there, Steve.
Same formation, fake handoff to Eli.
I was going to say
Noel is looking, running up the middle.
He had options at first, but then he got taken down right away.
And they're going to call.
I think we're going to have a late hit call there.
A late hit call.
So some unnecessary roughness.
And that was James Fountain on the unnecessary roughness.
So
number 95. Ball is being brought back.
The refs are going to have a conference about this one right at around the Venom 15-yard line, as we still have a
9:10 to go here in the second half of play. In about 6 minutes, we will be playing under NFL-style rules.
Yep,
with the clock.
Score is still 14-0 in favor of your Chicago Vipers on the home for Chicago Vipers. As we have it's good. They're going to call that one on the Vipers.
They called that one on the Vipers. That was James Fountain. I saw it as it happened.
This is the thing. You know, I talked about earlier. We had an unnecessary roughness call against the Venom back in the first half. Sometimes you hear the saying, they don't call the first hit, they call the retaliation. But in this case, they caught the first hit on James Fountain.
Fountain
that was too clear.
Fountain drilled his guy, just pushed him straight to the ground. As now we've got the wind coming from the east again.
Yeah, so the mist is starting to pick up here a little bit.
And the mist is coming right in our face.
I'm starting to, weather gear our equipment just in case.
There's no problem with that.
I don't have a poncho for
Clock is now stopped at 8:06 as the refs are trying to figure out
where the ball will be spotted.
Really quick, while we still have a minute, back to that game that we were talking about, the Bears and the Panthers.
Oh, from a couple years
ago. The people
that
I was sitting by.
So you were at that game, too?
I was at that game.
Small world.
Very small world.
Very small world. Throwback Thursday, but even though it's Friday.
Yes,
Flashback Friday. Let's do that then.
A Flashback Friday, yes. And either way, clock resumes. But there was a few times where I was calling plays, and the people around me were like, how did you know that? How did you know that was going to happen?
You just got the keen IQ for football.
I love football.
It's a great
which is why I'm here tonight.
Steve, it's an elite club. We should make our own clubhouse for it.
Yes. So Noel takes the snap, throws it deep for Stan White, and it is incomplete. No flags on the play as 2 defenders were draped over Stan White. As Ryan said, incomplete pass is now 3rd down. And what looks to be about, 30 yards for the Vipers.
Country mile.
Another country mile, yes.
Country mile, a zip code away, whatever you want to call it. I'm very surprised, and I don't want to jinx anything, knock on wood, I'm going to do that right now, that it has not steadily rained.
It has not steadily rained, and knock on wood,
Or knock your head.
the Vipers are still pitching a shutout here with 6:50 left to go in the second half of this game. So in about 3 3/4 minutes.
It's also very foggy here now as well. The fog is really starting to set in here.
Yes, it is. Jay Fortuna is out wide left. As Noel is looking to the left for Jay, but he winds up running.
He's got
got some space, gets around some defenders, gets
it
that ball
I-
very close to the first down mark.
He was close. I don't know if he didn't look like he was there per se as much, but
From my vantage point, it looked like it was very close to the first down mark. I will look and see.
they're going to put him.
Oh, that's
right,
not even
right
back
at
to the line of scrimmage.
That's
So
about
it is now
3rd and 12.
yes, it's now 3rd and 12.
So Rivera did get some chunk of yards there.
We have
But
a
not
very
enough.
weird angle of looking at stuff from our vantage point, so that is why I thought he got very close when he actually didn't. But nonetheless, it was a big run that got them a little bit closer. Again, Jay Fortuna out wide left for the Vipers in this offense. Otherwise, it's the same exact package that they've been running. Noel drops back, throws it over the middle for Eli. He catches it.
And
That looks like it's going to be close to the first
that's
down.
another close one. Let's see
Nice.
where they move the chain.
That was a nice route run there by Eli Williams to come across the middle, something that the Vipers have not done at all much this game. But that one worked there.
And that is enough for the first down.
That is enough for the first down, and it is now 1st and goal from what looks to be about the 5-ish yard line.
They're 1st and goal to go.
1st and goal.
I think it's about 5.
We've got the scoreboard operator looking at me, kind of laughing when I said 5-ish yards, and everybody else around.
Well, everything you say, Steve, we all laugh at.
Yep.
So
is can you see Ryan?
Can I see football? Yes.
No, is Jay still out wide left? I don't
think he is. He's not. He's on the side.
Noel runs it up the middle.
And is that? Oh, he's at the
He's at the 1 yard line.
Jay was lined up to the left, by the way.
He was way out left.
Way out left.
Like
you could almost
like
touch
on the sideline wide left.
Well,
Wow. There he is. Jay is still in the game. Out wide left. Again, Stan White out right. And you've got Frank Wattis to the right.
We got
and you've got
4:10.
Eli to the left.
Got
with
4:10 to go.
4:09 left to go in this game.
14-0 still in favor of the Vipers. A low-scoring game here tonight.
And it's now 4 minutes to go. A minute after, in 1 minute, we will have NFL-style rules. Wattis they bring now off the right hip, off to the left side, along with Jay, who's out way right. Noel takes the snap and is running, gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Vipers. It is now 20-0. Huge play there by Noel Rivera to read the defense and not throw it but run it.
Excellent play there by Rivera. Good quarterback vision by Rivera as well. Looking for options. When he found the hole up the middle, he took it and got 6 more points.
So that is the first rushing touchdown of the game, as both of the previous touchdowns were the first one that they scored was the back of the end zone. Jay was waving his hands and finally caught the ball for his second receiving touchdown of the season. And then you had, or no, that was on the 2-point conversion, excuse me.
And I believe we're getting the word to stop the clock, as we are now at the 3-minute
3-minute
mark. So we now will play under NFL rules.
And Jay is under center.
Yeah, Rivera out to the sideline now. So
Jay is under center. Rivera's out wide left. And Jay fakes the throw left, and Jay couldn't catch Wattis, who was wide open in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It is now 20-0.
If
Vipers.
this was baseball, it'd be a good sinker ball throw, but that doesn't work in football.
No, it does not.
Here in the final 3 minutes.
They've got 70 yards to go here, and then they'd have a defensive stop and a possible
A
another 70 yards.
very quick defensive stop.
Yes.
We all know this Vipers team likes to kill clock when they have a lead.
Well, especially with the running backs that they have. The thing that I noticed is for that entire drive, you did not see Josh Hampton, and it seems like for most of the second half, you've not seen Josh Hampton on the field. O'Rourke misfires on that pass on first down.
And the clock has been stopped.
Clock
with
is stopped
2:49.
at 2:49 on the incomplete pass.
They want to put it at 2:53.
2:55.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, no, there we go.
2:53.
I knew I heard the official.
Okay. Shane Voigt coming into the game after talking to
Drew Jones is not out there right now.
Drew Jones is not out there right now. Greg Silsby up the middle. Shane Voigt in what looks like a safety position. O'Rourke steps back, goes out wide to the right and overthrows his receiver by a mile.
Trying to throw that into the Sears Tower area. He's heading for the city.
We are a long way away from the city, my friend.
Exactly.
And that was D'Angelo that O'Rourke was trying to throw to on that play. It is now third down with 2:47 left to go in this ball game. Again, it's a 20-0 ball game here. Grays Lake Park District, SportsTownChicago.com, your home of the Chicago Vipers. I'm Steve Suff alongside Ryan Fahey and our videographer Brian Sturm, who's behind me on a table. O'Rourke steps back, fires to Stefan Jackson, and he is met immediately by Jamie Wyatt. So three quick plays for this Venom offense have all been stopped, but the clock continues to roll under 2:25 now to play. It's now fourth down and about 9 to go for the Venom, who are holding on to one last play here for dear life. O'Rourke's under center in the shotgun. Looks left, rolls out right, throws wide, and just in and out of the hands of Gary Conkian. Cannot make the play. Turnover of downs, and as Brian Sturm just said, that play right there sums up the night for the Lake County Venom, and the night that they've had. It is now 2:01 left to play here in the game. Turnover on downs as the Vipers will take over possession of the ball.
And you know that the Vipers are just going to drain as much clock as they can.
They've got Eli Williams in the game. Jay Fortuna is in the game. Josh Hampton is on the sidelines. Noel Rivera is on the sidelines, so Jay is going to go under center and quarterback this drive. Jalen Harrison in the game, Stan White in the game, and new blood on the side on the right hip. Or no, not.
It's going to be Jay Fortuna as the quarterback with Eli to his right hip. And Vince Nicoline on the offensive line now.
Yes. And the handoff to Eli Williams as he breaks a tackle on the outside, cuts left, and keeps the ball in bounds.
There was the 2-minute warning.
There was a 2-minute warning because there was 2:01 left on the clock, so the clock stops at 1:55. Gain of about 5 yards for Eli Williams on that play. Stan White is going to be split out wide left. Jalen Harrison will be split out wide right. Off the left or right hip of Fortuna will be Eli Williams. And again, Vince Nicoline is the extra man on that offensive line for the Vipers here. Again, 1:55 left to go. Fortuna in the shotgun with Eli off his left hip. Hands off to Eli Williams, who takes it, cuts up the right
Flag on the
side.
play.
Flag on the play. Eli Williams looks like he gets close to a touchdown. Ref signals a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
And it looks like that might be coming back, though. Looks like it's going to be a face mask against
Holding.
It's going to be a holding against the Vipers, excuse me.
Holding against the Vipers. Play gets brought back. It was an obvious hold, says Brian Sturham, our videographer. So from the line of scrimmage, which was 5 yards.
So take the touchdown back. It will not count.
No touchdown for the Vipers, as they now have second and 15 to go. Second and 15.
We have 99 seconds
From
left
what looks to be about the 38-yard line for the Vipers. 1:30 to play. And it looks like the Vipers are taking all the time that they can in the huddle.
Yep. Well, we have 75 seconds to play.
75 seconds and counting. Vince Nicoline is now lining up off the right hip of Jay Fortuna. All other personnel is the same. As we now climb under a minute to go here, Jay is just standing there waiting. Hands off the ball off the right side to Eli, who falls and drops the ball.
They're going to say he was down, though, before the fumble happened.
They're going to say he was down before the fumble happened, but the ball did come loose. 43, 42 seconds to go left in this game.
And that might have just sealed the deal. Make sure to catch the Chicago Vipers next week when they head back home to Babe Serpico Memorial Field in Melrose Park. They'll be taking on the Chicago Chaos.
They look to axe revenge on the Chaos, who they lost their only game of the season to so far.
Yeah, they lost 36-19 back on May 9th, and they'll be right back at them to face the Chaos on the 27th. The Chaos, remember, now undefeated so far this season.
Under 10 seconds to go. The Vipers were going to go underneath.
And the players shake hands.
In the victory formation, but no need, as the clock is just going to wind down. The Vipers take this game and shut out the Lake County Venom 20-0.
What a defensive game.
Defensive game, and the only way that the Vipers scored was the huge legs of Noel Rivera, who I'm going to give. If there was a game ball to give, I'd give it to Noel Rivera for that fourth down touchdown that he threw to Josh Hampton for the second touchdown, as well as the eyes that he read on that rushing touchdown in the second half, scoring the only touchdown in the second half.
Yeah, same thing, Noel Rivera, proving the great leadership in the huddles as well. We saw some calls there where the Vipers and Venom, respectively, not happy with some of the calls that they saw on the field, respectively, but Noel Rivera calmed his guys down, kept them cool, calm, collected, confident, and that's how they got this 20-0 victory.
And the defense for the Vipers stepped up huge in this game as well.
And they go to 6-1 on the season. And they look to go, and unless they have depending on what the Chaos does this week, we got a heck of a matchup next week. The Chicago Chaos at Babe Serpico.
Have fun next week.
I will have fun. Happy graduating, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. And that'll do it for us here at Grays Lake Park District. Their football field outside here. Again, a very misty, foggy night, but the Vipers find a way to win, and they find a way to actually shut out the Lake County Venom.
They fall to 4-3 on the season.
That they do, and they are, depending on what
the Chaos do this week.
Not even the Chaos, depending on what the third team in there who is 3-3 in the American Conference.
We're looking for playoff berths right now.
Possibly for both teams. So we'll see what happens. But either way, Vipers win 20-0. Thank you for listening to SportsTownChicago.com. For Ryan Fahey and Brian Sturm, our videographer, I'm Steve Suff saying so long here from Grays Lake. Again, the Vipers win 20-0. You've been listening to SportsTownChicago.com.